This is an absolutely incredible Lightning Ridge black opal. We know it's a Lightning Ridge opal by the black tone. It's the only field or region on Earth where the black opal is actually formed. And if you look at the top of the gem, the surface of the gem, you see a really deep black base, and we call them N1 tone. So that's the highest level, it's the pinnacle of black opal. If you roll the gem over and look through the back of the basket, you can actually see a bit of grey tone, a bit of even a light colour. That's pretty normal for opal to have these varying shades of oxide in the actual natural potch or the base gem. It's a full N1 tone though, which is what we're looking for in black opal. But more importantly, the pattern. There's 13 characteristics you've got to consider when you value an opal, and along with colour, pattern is one of the pinnacles or the highest elements that we look at when we're actually valuing a gem. This pattern is an incredible array of a harlequin pattern. So harlequin pattern comes from that old term of the harlequin blocks or patches on the clown pants back in the 1800s. It's the rarest of all the opal patterns, and some opal miners have only seen one or two in their lifetime. This one here is almost what we call a peacock harlequin, because the harlequin shapes are formed almost like a V or a volcano, which is similar to the peacock pattern, which is in itself is a really rare type of formation. Each sphere of colour also has a rolling flash, full spectrum, in each band of colour. So you can roll the gem around and actually see the bands of colour moving in and out, up and down, through each direction, each definitive block. Now that is unheard of. We just don't see that in a gemstone. Okay, so we've got harlequin blocks with a peacock formation and then full spectrum rolling flashes in each part of the gemstone. It's stunning. And the way it's positioned itself is completely unique. I have never seen another gemstone like this in my life, and I don't expect to ever see another one again. So it's really hard to value a gem like this because there's only one of them. It's a one-off. Totally original. Belongs in a museum, but I'm sure someone's going to wear it for the rest of their life and be the envy of all their friends. But I just wanted to show you this incredible gemstone. Thanks a lot. Hi guys, we're going to just go through a really innovative way to actually remove opals from settings. Now most people when they work with an opal would actually just go at it with tools and try and use metal tools to take the claws off an opal, which would be what you do with a diamond. But opal and diamond behave very, very differently under tools. So with an opal, especially like this one here, you have to use some really innovative methods to try and remove the claws away from the opal, otherwise you could risk damaging it. So what we do is we're going to use the principle of nylon to actually move the claws away from the opal. See, the way most claws are actually damaged when girls actually wear them, or guys wear clawed rings, is by actually catching the claw on a piece of nylon. Now you'd be amazed how strong nylon is. Remember, a thin line can actually pull in a marlin. Okay, so nylon is an extremely strong material. When a claw actually clips a piece of nylon, that nylon doesn't give, but the claw will actually bend, and that's how little diamonds and little gems are popping out. And we're going to use that principle here with this opal. So I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to use the nylon, really strong wire nylon, to actually flow through behind the actual claw. Okay, we're going to just loop it through there, underneath the claw. And then we tie off our nylon cord with a little knot. And then it's literally a case of finding an anchor point for our nylon. And very carefully, we just do what would happen in the case of a catching on a garment. Just gently pull the nylon with our finger supporting the opal, but the claws are actually bending off and away from the opal. See that? So the claws are actually bending off and away quite safely, and the opal is completely unharmed, completely safe. So now we have just gently prized the claws away from the opal. The opal is completely untouched, okay, and the setting now is just ready to resize and very, very easily just reset those in the classic manner, but everything's safe. A fantastic little principle. So use it, enjoy it, and keep your opals safe. Cheers. And once the ring has been set back in place, everything is as it should be. We've resized it and saved the opal at the same time. And just for interest, this is an amazing opal that we've used today as our example. It's an incredible opal that we've named Eternal Victory, and it also is featured on the cover of this amazing book that was actually produced out of China, the only book we've actually ever come across from China, and that's the pattern of this opal on the cover. It's showing some incredible mixtures of patterns. It's got a ribbon pattern, harlequin blocks, as well as a peacock shape or a peacock feather, which is unheard of. So no wonder they used it for the cover of this book. But there it is our beautiful example of how to change the setting on an extremely valuable opal while keeping it safe.